Good morning, traders. It's Trader Rob. Today is Friday, September 26th. 3 days left to the challenge, day 19. Tough 2 days. Last 2 days have been tough in the markets. Took a pretty decent loss on Wednesday, and yesterday felt like I was in a battle all day. I did end up the day green, which was great, but just seemed to be missing setups by a point. I did see the market extremely well yesterday, but not able really to capitalize on it, so that kind of sucked. Either way, as you guys have, those of you guys have been following the challenge, it's me, my discretionary volume-based trading, where I find levels in the day and match those levels up to the volume profile, and then use order book for a lot of my entries. And that is facing my rule-based mechanical strategies that I've been trading for the last, I want to say, almost 3.5 years, 3 years. So on the top right of the screen, you've got my 5-minute inside bar gold strategy, which is pretty much looking for an inside bar between 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. And we're looking for an area in the market that price action kind of gets bottled up, and then we are pretty much putting limit orders on the top and the bottom of that inside bar, seeing which way the breakout of that inside bar, and then it's obviously always predefined TP stop loss. So again, very rule-based mechanical strategy. Similar strategy in oil, which is on the top left-hand side of the screen. Those have two different sessions. One's from 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and the second one is from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is what I call oil session 2. That is the one that I am currently trading in this challenge. It has not been performing very well for the month. And then at the bottom part of your screen here is my 15-minute Rob reversal. I would say this strategy has been in profit this month. I do stats. I've got stats for these three strategies going back probably 2.5 years on my Discord. Each and every month I update the stats with real time. Very easy trades to obviously keep stats on because of the fact of their mechanical rule-based nature, which makes it really nice. And to be honest with you, I was all in on the mechanical strategies for a good year and a half, and I really credit a lot of my good trading habits on those mechanical strategies, because I would be always limiting myself to 1 to 3 trades per day, and they were, again, there was no discretion involved in any of those trades. And then I evolved to, I started seeing these levels. First just started trading levels successfully. And then I started to incorporate those levels with the volume profile, just trying to match up those levels to some high volume areas. And I started to see my win rate increase. And then pretty much, then I started to incorporate the order book, which would then give me very detailed areas in the market where I would be able to take really nice sniper entries, protect my stop loss, and give me really good take profit targets. So that's kind of the evolution of me as a trader. I'm extremely confident in my strategy, and hopefully it's been showing in the challenge and the daily videos. I am going to be starting to go live probably first to second week of October. Got my studio pretty much all set up downstairs. Just some tech stuff that I need to do. Building a new PC for the basement, which I love my setup right here, but it's downstairs is going to be a lot more private, and hopefully it'll be a very profitable new room for me to trade out of. All right, so let's map out our day. Let's see what kind of setups here we can find right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's start with the NQ. We've got a pretty high volume node right here. Let's see. I gotta do this. Did an update I did an update last night to NinjaTrader, and I've been honestly noticing that my charts were loading a little slower than normal. And this PC that I'm using is a beast. My internet's a beast, so I know. I wanted to see if there's any notes in that release, or if anybody's experiencing any slowdowns at all in your chart after the new NinjaTrader. Had to update a lot of my trade copier, obviously with this new update. So I'm hoping everything runs pretty smooth today. All right, so I mapped out my high volume nodes on the NQ. Now I'll switch over to the 15-minute. See what kind of levels we can find here. All right, so we got a big juicy level here. Another level right here. And I believe these levels should still be perfect because price action really hasn't tapped into those yet. These look like they're 5-minute levels. But we'll confirm when we get down to the 5-minute. You can make a case right here. Right there. I like that. I like that on the volume node. All right, so this is going to be definitely one that we're going to be interested in, a 24,638. Now let's switch over to the 5-minute. All right, we got a level right here. We've got a level right here. Probably going to have a level right here, but I can't use that yet because it really hasn't broke any structure. There's that big move from our high impact news here this morning. Let's see what else we got. All right, can make a case right there. All right, let's see to the downside. Is there anything that we are missing? I believe there is. Nice level right here. All right, so that's everything on the 5 and the 15-minute. Let me delete these high volume areas because I've already got them visualized. And let's see what we see. Let's go to the 15-minute just to open up this profile a little bit. All right, now let's remove price action. And let's just see where these levels. All right, I really like the 24,638. So I'm gonna dash that one. I like that one a lot. Obviously, I can use this as a stop loss. So I got some good protection in between. And I can adjust this now. I could probably, since we're on the 15-minute, I can go down to the 5-minute and see what else I see here. This one's smack dab on a high volume node, but I'd rather it be up here. I'm going to still map this one just so I can take a look at it and see what price action does. All right. So we do have a level right there as well. And that might be a good take profit area. Where'd it go? Right there. We blasted through it right here, but this was high impact news, so there's gonna be some orders there resting. Take that to green. Okay. And I know we like this one as an entry, so let me dash that one now. I got a take profit right there. That seems like a very easy take profit. I like it. Right there, and then we should have a stop loss right there. Pretty simple. Dash. Let's get rid of this. All right, so on the NQ, I'm taking a look at the 24,805 for possible shorts. And I would say a secondary TP would be right there. Easy peasy. So you guys can see on the volume profile what I'm doing here. I've got an area where we're coming back up into a high volume node, looking for a rejection, and shit, I can make a case for an easy TP right there before it meets any resistance. Okay. I'm gonna delete that. I don't even need that one. This looks like the trade right here. So you can make a case for a very conservative stop loss of the 24,828, which is sitting at the top of this ledge now. So we've got this meat right here. You want to be super tight. You can just keep this little ledging to the side. But that's what, yeah, it's not terrible. Not terrible. All right, we'll take a look at that one. And this one might be coming into play here pretty soon. No. I got a TP right here that I see based off of this. You want free flow back to the TP. Sticking out a little ledge right there. There's one, and then there's the second one right there, a little Eagle's Peak. Okay. Let's put these to green. This one to green. All right, those are the two setups I got so far on the NQ. Let's switch over to the yes real quick. Delete these guys. Delete these. Okay, let's clean that up. Big volume right there. Big volume right there. And you got a huge chunk right here. Come on. I should just delete that rectangle tool. I never use it. All right, I think that's enough for right now. Oh, I gotta do this, sorry. Crappers. Whenever I load my charts new after the update, I gotta make sure that, okay, now this looks looking better. This guy goes right here. This guy goes right here. This guy goes probably right there. Right there. All right, let's jump to the 15-minute. Let's see what kind of volumes and what kind of levels we got here now. Okay, similar level to the NQ right off the base of that move. This broke structure right here. This broke structure right here. Nice, 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 nice. Nice. Anything over here? Okay, I think that's it. Probably have a level over here sooner than later, but as of right now, we do not. 5 minute. Got a level there. Doesn't look interesting to me. Nice level right here. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Show your faces now. Let's see. We got a level there, but I think we already tapped into it. But I'll take a look once we expand. All right, and I got that already mapped out. All right, let's delete all this, all the shaded areas. 15 minute. Let's take away price action for a second. Yeah, I already tapped into this guy, so I don't need that one. What the heck? All right, let's see. Let's see if anything makes sense here. No. Nothing looks good here on the ES right now. I've got an area at the 6616 that I'll obviously take a look at. Anything to the top side? I do. All right, well, nothing really I see super great on the ES. So I will continue to monitor. If I see a setup, I will come back on, explain the setup, and then you'll see the trade in real action. See you guys here in a little bit. All right, quick update. Had a super signal actually hit this morning. I unfortunately was not in that trade because I was plotting out my my scalps and completely missed that one, which kind of sucked. I gave the signal, the super signal, about maybe 2 days ago. Actually, yesterday. And that was good for 51 points. So that was a very nice trade. Let me show you some setups here that I'm looking at on the NQ and the ES. On the NQ, I've got a long setting up at the 24,633. TP1, 10 points up. Let's see on the volume profile. You can see high volume node, free flow back into TP. And then possible TP2 at the 24,648. Most likely be targeting this first TP right now. And on the ES, I've got an area that is stacking up pretty strong from the 6673 down to the 6669. Most likely would like to take an entry at this 73 and then target this 6678, which that looks like a much better target. Free flow, yeah, right there before that little node there, 6678. So we'll see if oh, and I'm sorry, and I've got the 6708 as a possible area. Don't have a real clear stop loss just yet. I want to see how orders kind of stack up here in this area and see hopefully if we can take a few trades here this morning. Stick around. Huge blunder on that one. I was looking on the right hand side of the chart for my ES chart. Unbelievable. That was the dumbest trade that I have done. Unbelievable that I did that.
Oh, man. All right. I'm sulking in my wounds here. That was the trade that I was looking for. I cannot believe what I just did on the NQ trade. I really can't. That was an absolute shit show what I just did there. Oh my god. Well, let's see what we get here. We might be able to get another entry right here. Let's see if it taps into this down here. 72 looks pretty decent. Let's see. I still can't believe what I just did. Trying to find another entry here. I'd like to see this maybe tap into that 69, 70 area. Oh, I'm so mad. So mad. All right. I got to put that one behind me. Let's see here what happens. All right, stick around. I might take a secondary entry here at the 6670 area. Currently, I see 6677 still needing to be rebalanced one more time. Right there. Let's see. Let's see if we get something right here. A lot of volume stacking up. Almost had an entry there. Almost had an entry, but not what I was looking for. Nope. Not liking this that much. That could have been an entry right here. Right there. Every time I say it, I always miss it. Let's see. Yeah, that was the entry. Son of a... Gone! Alright, I may be done for the day. I'm not happy with that NQ trade. And I just missed that. The perfect confirmation right there. 66.77. Just take it out. I know you will. Alright, I'm out. Alright, still haven't really mentally gotten over the NQ loss. And I'm gonna walk away from the charts for maybe about 30 to 45 minutes. Probably just gonna go do a walk and do some things outside. Just to kind of, I need to get over that one. That was just an absolute ridiculously stupid trade. I was looking at my ES confirmation chart and took an entry on the NQ at the worst place to take an entry. Anyways, took a nice win on the ES. That's what I was mapping out. Honestly, missed about 9 points on the secondary reentry on that entry that I had listed on there as well. So just kind of a shitty day right now. and I just got to get myself in a better headspace. What I'm looking at, submitted as a signal, was on the ES 6640 area. Only issue with this guy is that we've got a lot of volume stacking at the 41s. 41s has got some, and the 37 has got some. So let me just map this to 38 right here. Still really feel good about this setup right here on the ES, matching up really nicely on the volume profile. So we'll see if we get a trade here. Stick around. Well, today in general was a pretty crap day of trading for me. I should have had 2 ES shorts, and I ended up with 1 NQ long that was never supposed to be in order, and an ES short that was exactly what I was looking for. Perfect setup, and at least was able to make up majority of that dumb trade on the NQ. But just not happy, and I hate it. I hate the fact that it's a Friday because I'm going into the weekend, thinking about just a blunder, a mistake that should just not have been made, and it was made. But that's okay. As far as the mechanical strategies, they performed terribly today. Let's take a look at that one. Gold loser, oil loser, 15-minute Rob reversal loser. So it's the mechanical strategies, I don't think has any chance of catching me on the challenge. And I was thinking of maybe ferrying out the playing field a little bit, and maybe on the last day of the challenge, which is going to be Tuesday, that's the 30th. Is it the 30th? Is it the 31st? It's 30th. I think there's only, 30th. So what I'm thinking is maybe we go 1 E-mini on the last day for, I'm partly joking because it wouldn't be fair. One Rob reversal on the NQ would net the mechanical strategy $700, and that just wouldn't be fair. It's more based on what it's been doing for the entire month. And currently, I think it's down 380 for the month. So it needs some catching up to do. Not to say that I'm doing much, much better. I was doing fantastic up until these last 2 days of trading. This week has just really been one day. It's been one day of some really bad. One trade. It keeps condensing. It's one trade. One bad trade there. But that's okay. I know that we still got 2 more days coming up, Monday and Tuesday. We keep looking for setups. We keep hitting hitting the strategy. I have 1,000,000% confidence in my strategy, and I know that I will come out victorious on the challenge for sure. With that being said, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Watch out for my weekly bands, new tradable levels that come out on Sunday. And if you'd like to receive my report every single Sunday, you can go to my website, which is robstrades.com, and just put your name and your email in there, and those will get emailed to you every single Sunday. It's a great roadmap for the week ahead. All right, everybody, take care.